Welcome to IAS Academy. Prior to the 2022 preliminary exam, we will cover 15 previous year MCQs daily in a video. That is a total of 2500 plus MCQs before the exam. So, let's start the session. Our first question is, who among the following presided over Buddhist Council held during reign of Kanishka at Kashmir? Options are Parsva, Nagarjuna, Sudraka and Vasumitra. The answer to this question is option D, Vasumitra. Buddhist councils marked important turning points in early Buddhism. These councils resulted in sectarian clashes and eventual great schemes that resulted in two major schools, Theravada and Mahayana. In total, 4 major Buddhist councils were convened. First council was held soon after Mahaparinirvan of Buddha, around 483 BC, under the patronage of King Ajatashatru and was presided by Mahakashyapa, a monk. It was held in the Satapani cave at Rajgriha. Second council was held in Vaishali, a village in Bihar, under the patronage of King Kalasoga in 383 BC. It was presided by Sabagami. Third council was held in 250 BC. in Pataliputra under the patronage of Ashoka and was presided by Moggaliputta Tissa. Fourth council was held in 72 AD at Kundalvana, Kashmir. It was presided by Vasumitra, while Ashwaghosa was his deputy under the patronage of King Kanishka of Kushan Empire. This council resulted in the division of Buddhism into two sects, namely Mahayana and Hinayana. So, here answer to this question is option D, Vasumitra. Question number 2. With reference to medieval Indian rulers, which one of the following statement is correct? Alauddin Khilji first set up a separate arrest department. That is incorrect. Balban introduced the branding of horses in his military. That is incorrect. Muhammad Tughlaq was succeeded by his uncle to the military. That is incorrect. Firoz Tughlaq set up a separate department of slaves. That is correct. So, here answer to this question is option D. Diwan-i-As Department of Military, responsible for maintaining the royal army and recruiting troops. This department was introduced by Balban. Sultan himself acted as the commander-in-chief of the army. During the reign of Alauddin Khilji, the number of soldiers in the department was about 3 lakh. The DAG system was a system of branding horses specifically for wars. These horses would undergo special training to the elite horses. That system was introduced under Alauddin Khilji. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq founded Tughlaq dynasty in 1320. Ghiyasuddin died accidentally in 1325 AD. His son Prince Jana Khan ascended the throne and took the title Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Firoz Shah Tughlaq ascended the throne of Delhi after the demise of his cousin Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Firoz Shah Tughlaq established Diwan-i-Bandagani, that is Department of Slave. So, here answer to this question is option D. Question number 3. The Governor General who followed a spirited forward policy towards Afghanistan was, options are Minto, Dufferin, Elgin and Lytton. The answer to this question is option D, Lytton. Governor General Ellenborough followed a forward policy towards Afghanistan. Lord Lytton carried forward this policy. Forward policy was a set of foreign policies applicable to territorial ambitions and disputes, in which emphasis was placed on securing control of targeted territories by invasion and annexation or by the political creation of compliant buffer states. It became the standard policy during the Great Game. That is a period where the Russian and British Empire both tried to control Afghanistan either through military or political means. Lord Lytton was criticized for his aggressive pursuit of this policy as it put economic pressure on British India. So, her answer to this question is option D, Lord Lytton. Question number 4. It made its proposals in May. It still wanted a united India. There was to be a federal union composed of British provinces. The above quotation is related to options are Simon Commission, Gandhi-Irwin Pact, Cripps Mission and Cabinet Mission Plan. The answer to this question is option D, Cabinet Mission Plan. Cabinet Mission came up with its own sets of proposals in May 1946. The Dominion of India would be granted independence without any partition. The provinces would be divided into 3 groups. The Muslim majority provinces were grouped into 2 groups and the remaining Hindu majority in one of the groups. The central government at Delhi would have powers over the defense, foreign affairs, communications and currency. The rest of the powers would be vested with the provinces. A constituent assembly would be set up for writing a new constitution for the country. An interim government would be established until a new government was formed on the basis of the constitution written by Constituent Assembly. But Cabinet Mission Plan was not accepted. Question number 5. Who among the following wrote the book Bahubhiva? Options are Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Pandit Rambai and Rabindranath Tagore. Here answer to this question is option B, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. It was written in protest of the evil of polygamy. Bahu means many or more than one. Biva means marriage. That is, Bahu Biva means more than one marriage. The election violence in Bengal has ironically centered attention on one of the greatest figures of social reforms in the country, especially in Bengal. That is Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. He was a Bengali Sanskrit Pandit, educator, social reformer, writer and philanthropist. He was one of the greatest intellectuals and activists of 19th century. He also fought a determined battle against then prevailing social customs of Kulin Brahmin polygamy. Vidyasagar's works on social reforms include Vidobha Vivah, that is widow's right to remarry, Bahu Bivah on banning of polygamy, and Balya Bihar on the flaws of child marriage. So here answer to this question is option B, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Question number 6. A class of animals known as marsupials is a characteristic feature of options are Africa, Australia, South America and Southeast Asia. Here answer to this question is option B, Australia. Marsupial is a mammal of an order whose members are born incompletely developed and are typically carried and suckled in a pouch on the mother's belly. That is, this group of mammals commonly have pouches or pocket of skin where the mother nurses their young. Marsupials are found chiefly in Australia and New Guinea and also in America. The common example of marsupials are kangaroo and koala. So here answer to this question is option B, Australia. Question number 7. Which one of the following is not a lagoon? Options are Ashamudi Lake, Shilika Lake, Periyar Lake and Pulikat Lake. Here answer to this question is option C, Periyar Lake. A lagoon is a shallow body of water protected from a larger body of water, usually the ocean, by sandbars, barrier islands or coral reefs. Lagoons are often called estuaries, bays or even lakes. Chilika Lake, Pulikat Lake, Kaliveli lakes are some of the examples of lagoons in India. Chilika Lake, located in the state of Odisha, is the largest coastal lagoon in India and second largest lagoon in the world. Chilika Lake in winter becomes the largest winter ground for migratory birds in Indian subcontinent. The lake hosts a number of endangered species of plants and animals. Pulikat Lake, located between Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Pulikat Lake is India's second largest brackish lagoon. The lagoon houses the Pulikat Lake Bird Sanctuary, but despite its rich biodiversity, today it's a major commercial fishing site. Siltation is also closing lagoon's barriers, leading to reduced seawater exchange, which is reducing water levels. Kerala Breakwaters are network of 5 lakes connected by canals that are both man-made and natural and are supplied by rivers which include Ashtamudi Lagoon. Largest of these, the Vambanadu Lake, is protected by Ramsar Convention for sustainable use of wetlands. Due to fresh water from the rivers meeting the saline water, a barrage has been built near Tanirmukam to preserve the unique ecosystem of the lagoon and the rivers. So here answer to this question is option C, Periyar Lake. Question number 8. The seacoast of which one of the following state has become famous as a nesting place for giant Olive Ridley turtles from South America? Options are Goa, Gujarat, Odisha and Tamil Nadu. The answer to this question is option C, Odisha. The seacoast of Odisha has become famous as a nesting place for giant Olive Ridley turtles from South America. Mass hatching of Olive Ridley turtles has found at Odisha's Rushikulya Rookery near Ganjam district. The coast of Odisha in India is the largest mass nesting site for Olive Ridley, followed by the coast of Mexico and Costa Rica. They are extensively poached for their meat, shell and leather and their eggs. However, the most severe threat they face is the accidental killing through entanglement in troll nets and gill nets due to uncontrolled fishing during their mating season around nesting beaches. To reduce accidental killing in India, the Odisha government has made it mandatory for trolls to use turtle excluder devices, a net specifically designed with an exit cover which allows turtles to escape while retaining the catch. Protection status of Olive Ridley turtles are under IUCN Red List. So here answer to this question is option C, Odisha. Question number 9. What can be the impact of excessive use of nitrogenous fertilizers in agriculture? Options are proliferation of nitrogen fixing microorganism in soil can occur. That is incorrect. Increase in the acidity of soil can take place. That is correct. Leaching of nitrate to the groundwater can occur. That is correct. Select the correct answer using the quotes given below. Here answer to this question is option C. 2 and 3 are correct. Statement 1 is absurd. More nitrogen in the soil leads to less need for nitrogen fixing bacteria. Statement 3 is correct. If something is in increased concentration and also water soluble, it would obviously leach. That is, statement 2 and 3 are correct.
Fertilizers in agriculture increase inputs of nutrients to soil, affecting their pH value. Excessive use of nitrogenous fertilizers increase the acidity of soil and leaching of nitrate to the groundwater. So here answer to this question is option C. Question number 10. Which one of the following statement is not correct? Option E. The Press Council of India is an autonomous quasi-judicial body established under an Act of Parliament. That is correct. Option B. The Press Information Bureau provides accreditation to media person so as to have easy access to information from government sources. That is correct. Option C. Among all the states of India, Maharashtra publishes the largest number of newspapers. That is incorrect. Option D. Press Trust of India is the largest news agency in the country. That is correct. So here answer to this question is option C. Because Uttar Pradesh is the state with largest number of registered publications. As of 2021, registered publication is 21,166. The state with the second largest number of registered publication is Maharashtra. So here answer to this question is option C. The Press Council of India is a statutory body created by the Press Council Act of 1978 with the objective of preserving the freedom of press and of maintaining and improving the standards of press in India. It's the apex body for the regulation of print media in India. It enjoys independence from the government. It is considered as the most important body that sustains democracy and to ensure that freedom of speech is protected. The Press Information Bureau is the nodal agency of the Government of India to disseminate information to the print and electronic media on government policies, programs, initiatives and achievements. It functions as an interface between the government and the media and also serves to provide feedback to the government on people's reaction as reflected in the media. PAB provides accreditation to media representatives, including foreign media. Press Trust of India is the largest news agency in India. It employs more than 400 journalists and 500 stingers to cover almost every district and small town in India. It was registered in 1947 and started functioning in 1949. Question number 11. Which one of the following statement is not correct? Option E. The national song of Vande Mataram was composed by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, originally in Bengali. That is incorrect. The national calendar of India based on Shaka era has its first Chaitra on 22nd March normally and 21st March in a leap year. That is correct. Option C. The design of national flag of India was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on 22nd July 1947. That is correct. Option D. The song Janaganamana, composed originally in Bengali by Rabindranath Tagore, was adopted in its Hindi version by the Constituent Assembly on 24th January 1950 as the national anthem of India. That is correct. So here answer to this question is option A. The national song of India, Vande Mataram, is considered as the foundation of encouragement to the people in their struggles for freedom. The national song of India is versed in the Sanskrit and Bengali language by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. The song was a part of Bankim Chandra Chatterjee's most famous novel, Anandmar, which is set in the events of Sannyasi Rebellion. So here answer to this question is option A. Question number 12. Consider the following statements. In the Electoral College for presidential election in India, option 1, value of vote of an elected MLA equals state population divided by number of elected MLAs of the state into 100. That is incorrect. Instead of 100, there should be 1000. Option 2, value of vote of an elected MP equals total value of votes of all elected MLA divided by total number of elected MPs. That is correct. Option 3, there were more than 5,000 members in the latest elections. That is incorrect. Which of these statements is or are correct? Here answer to this question is option B only. That is statement 2 is correct. Value of an MLA vote is equal to total population of the state or union territory divided by total number of elected members of state legislative assembly into 1000. That is, state population divided by number of elected MLA of the state into 1000. Value of an MP vote is equal to sum of total value of elected members of all the state legislative assembly divided by sum of elected members of both the houses of parliament. That is, total value of votes of all elected MLA divided by total number of elected MPs. In the previous 2017 election, the Electoral College comprises 776 MPs and 4120 MLAs. So here statement 1 and 3 is incorrect and statement 2 only is correct. So here answer to this question is option B. Question number 13. Which of the following is or are treated as artificial currency? Option A, ADR. Option B, GDR. Option C, SDR. Option D, both ADR and SDR. Here answer to this question is option C, SDR. Special drawing rights or SDR are an artificial currency instrument or an international reserve asset created by the International Monetary Fund in 1969, which uses them for internal accounting purpose or to supplement its members' countries' official reserves. The value of SDR is calculated from a weighted basket of major currencies including US dollar, euro, Japanese yen, Chinese yuan and British pound. SDR is neither a currency nor a claim on the IMF. Rather, it's a potential claim on the freely usable currencies of IMF members. SDRs can be exchanged for these currencies. American Depository Receipts is a depository receipt which is issued by a US depository bank against a certain number of shares owned by a non-US based company. While a Global Depository Receipt or GDR is a depository receipt which is issued by the International Depository Bank representing the foreign company's stock. So here answer to this question is option C, SDR. Question number 14. An objective of the National Food Security Mission is to increase the production of certain crops through area expansion and productivity enhancement in a sustainable manner in the identified districts of the country. What are those crops? Option A, rice and wheat only. Option B, rice, wheat and pulses only. Option C, rice, wheat, pulses and coir cereals. Option D, rice, wheat, pulses, oilseeds and vegetables. The answer to this question is option C, rice, wheat, pulses and coir cereals. National Food Security Mission was launched in 2007 to increase the production of rice, wheat and pulses through area expansion and productivity enhancement, restoring soil fertility and productivity, creating employment opportunities and enhancing farm level economy. Coir cereals were also included in the mission from 2014 to 15 under NFSM. Oilseeds and commercial crops are also included under NFSM. So her answer to this question is option C. Question number 15. Which one of the following is not a feature of Limited Liability Partnership firm? That is LLP. Option A, partners should be less than 20. That is incorrect. Option B, partnership and management need not be separate. That is correct. Option C, internal governance may be decided by mutual agreement among partners. That is correct. Option D, it's a corporate body with perpetual succession. That is also correct. So her answer to this question is option A. Option A is incorrect. Union Cabinet has recently approved the amendments to LLP Act 2008 through the LLP Amendment Bill 2021. Earlier, LLPs did not have the benefit of either simplified regulation or ease of practice under proprietorship as would be provided now. LLP is a hybrid model of a partnership firm and a company, in which some or all partners have limited liabilities. Required number of minimum members is 2 in both LLP and partnership firm. However, 20 is the maximum number for a traditional partnership firm. There are no such boundaries in case of an LLP. An LLP observes perpetual succession while a traditional partnership firm does not. The internal governance structure of a company is regulated by Companies Act, whereas for an LLP, it would be by a contractual agreement between partners. Management ownership divide inherent in a company is not there in an LLP. So her answer to this question is option A. Option A is incorrect. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We will continue with the next set tomorrow.